2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Mariota going to put it up right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. From the red zone now, Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. And they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll run with Patterson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Algier is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority
1. Here's Algier again on second down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal, Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bird. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marcus Mariota, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. And they are not not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Back to Walker on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Seahawks at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Allen's throw into the hands of Fant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Walker now on 1st and 10 to the 36-yard line. Stop there. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
He's going to take another shot here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Mariota. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. This is Reagor with it on the crossing pattern. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Running left is Walker, and he is going to lose yardage here. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Allen now looks to throw. And Walker has it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Walker. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Allen. This one goes underneath to Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks! Kenneth Walker from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First down, and they'll start with Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 38, Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On the counter, it's Walker. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now this time, Allen will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Final shot before half for Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the 1st half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the 1st half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
I I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. To the air, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. On 1st down, Allen. Walker with a grab, left side. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now Allen. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. To throw, it's Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play fake, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box?
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts,
a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. On play action, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Gabriel Davis,
73 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Mariota to throw it. Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 3rd down, Mariota. Throw caught here by Bird. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 31-yard line. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Off the play fake, Mariota rolling to his left. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Darrell Taylor
able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. After the sack on 1st down, Mariota. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Mariota.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Mariota.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are closing. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars,